Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So in this video we are covering our previous video, that is we had created these fields in our model. So now in this video what we want is that we want to configure this with our MySQL. So first of all, what is the basic idea or what is the basic need that we want is we want these all tables to be created in MySQL, but we do not want to create those tables manually. Okay, we want that Hibernate only should create those tables for us, and the operations that we specify over them, it performs. So for that we want our Spring Boot to know about a dependency that is called MySQL dependency. So in the starting of the video I told that we would be starting with the basic dependencies like Spring Web, Lombok, and data JPA. So first of all you have to head over to your Google and you have to type in here configuring Spring Boot with MySQL. So now here you can check out the official page, that is spring.io website, to access how you can work with MySQL. So in this you can study that what is the need of MySQL and how you can configure this. So basically what we want is we want a dependency. So if we see that it is the pom.xml file and in here we want a dependency. Okay, so if you find this reading tough, you can also go with the first link here. It is simple and easy approach, and this is the dependency, and we have to just copy this dependency and paste inside this. Okay, so you need to have that it should be inside this dependencies tag. Okay, and if you see properly here, Spring Data JPA dependency is also available in our Spring initializer guide, so we have to uncomment this also. Okay, so now we load changes to this. So it would be resolving your dependencies and downloading your code. Till then we would be heading over to our Spring Initializer website and we would be checking that if anyone who want to create this using Gradle, that is a build tool. So if you are from an Android background, you are might aware of Gradle. So you can also download the repository from here, that is MySQL connector. So this is your Gradle build system, and you can also manually integrate this. So see in here, these are the steps that how to you can create a database, that is create a database name and create a user. So this we would not be doing. We would be telling Hibernate to do all these things. We would just be copying this data because we want, since see our MySQL driver is installed. Let me run this application, then you would get a idea that what am I talking about. So see guys, we encountered an error. So let us check that what is the error. So application is failed to start because the data source URL is not specified. So what that means is it is not able to identify the URL that at which it has to access. Since this is the URL, like if we do simple JDBC Java database connectivity, so in that we had to specify this URL, that is the driver class name. We have to configure all that now. So this is in your application dot properties. You have to configure all this in your application dot properties. So head over to your application dot properties file in your resources, application dot properties, and in here paste this. So in here what that is, so you want, it is your spring.datasource.url. this is your JDBC MySQL colon, and in here it would be your localhost 3306, that is your port number of MySQL, and this would be the name of your database. So I would be giving this in a bit. First of all, specify a user name, and this username and password should match with your MySQL username and password that you have set. So my username is this and password is also this. So, and this is your driver class name, com.mysql.jdbc driver. You can also comment out this class, and this is another very good dependency like show SQL. So this would show how it would be creating the tables automatically, and yeah, and this is Hibernate DDL Auto update. This means that it would be updating every change that you want. You can also do create and drop, but for the instance I would be doing update. Why update? Because if you do create drop, so every time it would be creating your database and removing the values that you have set. So first of all, head over to your MySQL, and in here you can create your new database. Okay, so from here you can create a new schema, and you can say YouTube. Okay, and apply and create schema YouTube, and this would be applied. So if we see YouTube is created, and now in here we would be giving this as YouTube. Okay, so this was our application.properties file. So now we would be saving this and we would be running our application. So let's see what is being happening. So now it has started. Okay, see your Tomcat is started on 8080 and your application is live. So now if we head over to our database section, so nothing has been happened here. See, just a second. See, no tables have been created, nothing has been created. So in order to create your table, now since you have created your model, this one, so what you want is you want the data, these fields to be entered into your database. So for that you have to create an annotation that is called entity. So it would be coming from your javax.persistence package. Okay, and these would be your field in this entity. So if we know a little bit knowledge, if we have a little bit knowledge about MySQL, so in that there is a concept of primary and foreign keys. Okay, so we need to have a primary key for this purpose. So we can have @ID for this. Okay, and rest we don't want anything. We can also have a see if you are if you want as a ID that should be auto incremented like an integer ID, so you could have done like this. You could have done like okay, in here you have to write @ID and @generated value. In here you have to pass strategy, and that is generation type dot auto, that is auto increment, that is, and generation type dot identity, generation type dot sequence. You have to choose like this. So if you are if you want ID to be auto incremented, you want this, but I want my email address should be my primary key, so I am doing this. Sorry, it would be ID. Okay, so this is it, and okay, let us now run this application. See guys, it is creating your table. See, create table student, in that email, college name, phone number, all the fields that you want. So if we head over to our MySQL and refresh this out, so now if you see your table, a student model named table is created, and in here all the field like email, college name, phone number and roll number is automatically created. Okay, so this was your configuring MySQL with your Springboard. So in this way you configure your Springboard with your MySQL connector. Hope you all understood this video, guys. And you can also do one thing, guys. In your application.properties you can get formatted value of your SQL. So you can check out here format SQL in Springboard. So this is your query, that spring.jpa.properties.hibernate format SQL and set this value to true. So if you restart this, formatted SQL would be shown. That means proper readable format would be created. Okay, I need to delete my database for that. So for in here I would be doing create drop. So for the first time I'm for your understanding I am going with create drop. So see, Hibernate drop table if exists in this line, and then it is creating your table and with all the properties. So if you see in here in your SQL also, then also everything is same. So this is the way you configure your database with your MySQL. So in the next video we would be working more over this project. Okay guys, so I hope you understood this video. If you understood, so please give this video a like and do subscribe to the channel.